Hey everyone, it's Meteorologist Jim Caldwell here in the Alert Center. It's time to talk about our forecast. Right now, we are seeing clouds start to invade our skies. Now, these clouds are all directly tied to Debbie. What once was a hurricane, then a tropical storm, that's what we're tracking. All of that right there, that's now moving into eastern portions of Kentucky and even getting into central Kentucky as well. It is almost on top of us here in Lexington. And I think this is about the extent of what we get here. Now, you go out to the east, and they're going to find all kinds of issues from Debbie out there because, as you already see, moisture is working its way through that area. It is still a tropical storm, according to the 11 o'clock update. So, about 39 minutes ago, that came out. Winds are at 40 miles per hour, so it's just a few miles per hour above what it needs to be to continue the tropical storm nature. But it is so moisture rich. I mean, look at all that rain that continues to kind of whip over North Carolina. That's kind of the worst end of this right now. It's not where the center of circulation is because the center is down here. Look at that, another tornado warning going up. Every time we see one of those pop up, it is all because of the way this is spinning inland. And you get a little friction. And what will happen is the storm itself is moving at one speed. And then as it gets closer to the ground, the winds are a little slower, so then it causes the air to kind of turn a little bit, roll over, if you will. And then those storms, they kind of pick them up and turn them upright, and you get some of those tornadoes to develop. So that's what's been happening. And look at all those flash flood warnings. It's not a watch. That's a warning that's covering from Wilmington to Charlotte up to Raleigh and up to the Virginia state line. That's what they're dealing with. Center of circulation is right there. That takes it down just north of Florence. And if you've ever been to Myrtle Beach, you know that Florence is one of those roads that or one of those towns you most likely have to travel through to get down to the Myrtle Beach area. And of course, Myrtle Beach is still under a tropical storm warning there. Now, here's what we're looking at with the track. The track, remember the black areas, the center of circulation can go anywhere within this. So we're here, as you see highlighted with Victor Puente. You can see that the track is over here. So we're going to stay pretty far away from any of the main action that comes our way. You can see it with the rainfall forecast from the European model too. See all that heavier stuff over here? You'll see it again when I show you the next one. And look, you've got a heavier stripe right here. That's from something else I'm going to talk about in just a second. But all of the heaviest totals coming in east of us. Now let's blow this up a little bit so you can see. Here's some of those totals along the path, the direct path of Debbie. 6.5 inches or so in Roanoke from this point up until, well, the next 7 days. I mean, that's a lot. So this is taken into consideration thunderstorms that set up for us next week. Those are some pretty hefty totals. What's going to happen? If you remember last week, we had that daily chance of rain. It would be in the morning, or it'd be in the afternoon, it'd be in the evening, or it was a repeat. You'd get one in the morning and in the afternoon. These big clusters of storms are going to come at us again. They could pack a lot of wind, a lot of rain, and blow through our area. So we're about to get a little more elevated out there with it. But this swath of rain, it's kind of gone back and forth with some of the data. So we're going to watch and see exactly where it aligns. Rest of the day for you, a scattered chance of showers. All these clouds are, of course, rolling in here from Debbie. Tomorrow, a front enters the area, but it's not going to cause a lot of rain. It really deflects the rest of that moisture, and we end up pretty nice. And we're back down into the mid-80s, but humidity's going down, and it continues to do so. Look at the early morning here on Saturday. I've got low 50s. I've had runs come in that say 40s. Now, talk about chilly. That is really chilly. And then those highs, mid and upper 70s out there for us. So quite the change. All of it because of this. We're getting that big push of September-like air because it's coming right out of Canada and sinking down to this part of the U.S. So let's go over some highlights here. So we look at the 50-degree lows early on your Saturday morning. Let me go back to that. I jumped the gun with that graphic. So let's go back in on it. So you see that cooler air piling in here from right out of Canada. That gives us those 50s I was talking about. Normal low for this time of year is right around 67 degrees. So we're going to be deep in the 50s. Check this out. I've got all the information there. You've got first day of fall, which is coming up on September 22nd. The normal high for today and on Saturday is 87. But by the time we get to September 22nd, which again is the first day of fall, it goes down to 78 degrees. We'll look at some of these numbers that are showing out there. This is truly fall-like because it's just like the first day of fall, and the normal low for that time of year, 56. All of this coming. Now, it doesn't last forever because we do heat up again next week. I appreciate you stopping by, giving us a few minutes of your time. We're going to be back on live television here at 12 o'clock for WKYT News at Noon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.